Before we start, just understand this is not a signal service. Everything you see here is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and the goal here is not to follow trades, it's to learn the process behind them. Good morning, and welcome to I'm the Trader Capital live trading floor. It is Thursday, June 4th, NFP Thursday. First and foremost, all glory to the Most High God. Let's bow our heads for a quick prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you for another opportunity to try again to learn and grow in these markets. Father, we ask that your will be done today as it is in heaven. Father, we ask that you give us the heart of a giver and make us a lover of our neighbor. Please let me not lead anyone that listens to me astray, but use me as a vessel to bring your children back onto you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Can the church say amen? Amen. Let's begin. Before we jump into the charts, I just want to say this. There was a time I used to sit down on the charts with no real plan, jumping between strategies, losing, blowing accounts, second guessing every entry, and honestly just hoping that the trade would work. And that's where most traders are today, not because they're not capable, but because they don't have a structured process. The biggest pitfalls that causes traders to fail is that they have no knowledge on money, they don't know how to lose, they don't know how the markets operate, and they don't have a winning model. 90% of traders fail, all 90% are plagued with one or more of these pitfalls. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 pillars that every trader must have in their trading to survive and thrive in the financial markets, so you can join the 10% who succeed and fast track your way to the top 1% of the wealthiest people on this planet. It's called the 10% to 1% club. Let's go. Woo! But before we dive deep into the 3 core pillars, when you step into this arena, on this battlefield, you must first have 2 crucial realizations. Realization number 1, trading is war. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is the hardest thing that you'll ever do in your life. Realization number 2, all traders are money managers. As a trader, your ability to manage money is vital to your survival in this industry and in life as we know it. Most traders think that success in the markets comes from finding the perfect strategy or catching the biggest moves. But the reality is, trading success is built on 3 core pillars. First is money and mindset. This is the foundation of success. Then is risk management. This is the holy grail of trading. This is what will keep you in the game long after everybody else has quit. And lastly, we have trading edge. This is where all traders start. I know this because this is where I started. That's why in today's session, we're going to hone in on your trading edge. Now, everything that we do here is built around one thing, and that is confidence in your trading edge. And at I'm the Trader Capital, our confidence comes from 3 things. First, it comes from understanding how the market actually operates. Not what social media says, but how money truly moves. Second is having one trader model. One model with IPDA signatures that we trust and execute on a consistent basis. Third is having a plan and a process, because without a plan and a process, you're just reacting to price and you're winging it each and every time. And this right here, this session, this is where we focus on the 3rd piece, the process. So many people lose confidence in trading and in life because they simply don't have a plan. There's no process they're following. There's no procedures and protocols that they're abiding by. They literally are just winging it. And they wonder why they can't get consistent. They wonder why there's ups and downs in their equity curves. They literally can't figure it out. The uncertainty of not knowing exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, why and when you're doing it in the market will cause you to fail in trading. Confidence and certainty are key if you want to be successful in trading, and it's your responsibility as the trader, as the analyst, as the fund manager. It's your responsibility to attain that confidence, not only in your model, but also in your processes. So what I want to do right now real quickly is I want to share with you the process that we teach all our analysts at I'm the Trader Capital, and then we'll see that process live in action. This is the 3-step trading process. Step 1, condition. This is where we determine our bias. Before we even think about entering a trade, we need to know the market program. Are we in a buy program or sell program? This is where the market shows its hand. Then we have step 2, stage. This is what sets up your trade and what does your trade look like. There are 2 types of trades, retracement setups and continuation setup. Then we have step 3, execution. This is how you're going to enter, manage, and close the trade. At I'm the Trader Capital, we have 4 entry criteria before executing. I'm not here to force trades. I'm here to execute my plan step by step in real time. All right, let's get into the live trading flow. Now, as you're watching, don't just look for entries. Pay attention to the process behind the entries, because this is what will get you into the 10% of traders who succeed. And if you want to go further to the 1%, well, that's where we break down all 3 pillars inside of the program. I used to think that winning trades built confidence, but it's not the wins. It's knowing exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it before, during, and after each trade. And that is what we're building here. Let's begin with our daily trading processes. Weekly target going to this week is 3%. All right, mental check-in, generally okay. I'm a bit down, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm just a bit down, really and truly. Yeah, it comes and goes, right? It comes and goes. Some days I'm good, some days I'm not. No Friday, but it is what it is. We continue pushing. I'm still excited to see what price action has in store for us today on this NFP Thursday, going into Wild Wild West. All right, kind of got burned a little bit. No, I wouldn't say I got burned, because I stuck to the processes, I stuck to the procedure and protocols. It's just the setups, it just wasn't panning out as it's supposed to. So it is what it is. It's understandable during Wild Wild West, but yeah, we move, we progress, and it's a new day, right? So excited to see what price action has in store for us today. Excited to continue to grow and get 1% better, right? I'm trying to push everything that's running through my head right now to the back of my thoughts processes, and just focus on what I'm here to do and just keep pushing. Nothing bad happened yesterday. I mean, I did follow my procedure and protocol, so I just sometimes I'm a bit hard on myself, and I shouldn't be. Okay, so but it is what it is. We move, we digress, and we progress. All right. I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk, and that losing is part of the battle. News, like I said, it's Thursday, June 4th, NFP Thursday. All right, we had high impact news come out at 8:30, medium impact news at 8:30, another medium impact news coming out at 10:30, and then 4:30 later on today. So we have news today, making it an optimal day to take a trade. Obviously, we're aware that we're entering Wild Wild West. All right, so we need to just be mindful. All right, be mindful. Risk going into today, we're at 0.25 of account size, and we have a max of 0.75 per account per day. Weekly program, let's go ahead and review price action overnight to see if anything's happening. All right, to change our weekly program. It was a buy program, okay? It is a buy program, so let's go see. I took a sneak peek, and we did take sell side, so but let's go ahead and review price action overnight anyway. All right, as you can see, all right, we've come down and we've taken Monday's range low, okay, flipping our buyers from buys to sells, okay. So for the week, we went from a buy program now to into a sell program, okay, back into this 4-hour inefficiency. Let's adjust our high time frame ranges. All right, if you're using previous day's range, as you can see, we've taken previous day's low, okay, so you'd be in a sell program going into today, all right, which would be in line with the current weekly program, okay. Let's carry on with our processes. Different day, same processes, okay? Step one is condition, right? Determine bias. In order for us to do that here, we need to first identify a dealing range. And there's multiple dealing ranges you can use. Alright, from 12 a.m. to current price action. No, lowest low. To highest high, which is currently London session buy side. Didn't mean for it to go that far ahead now. And now we just wait for one side of that to get taken. We'll establish a condition, sorry. Above dealing range, we've got PM session buy side from yesterday. And above that, we've got previous day's high and 20-day high. Below dealing range, I took all those relative equal lows down here. We have Thursday, May 28th, AM session sell side. Me can't get it. And then below that, we got previous week's low. And we're ready for kickoff. All right, decent size open range gap. I like this kind of open range gap. All right, should see some good price action today. It's above price. Okay, so we gap down. So we have a discount gap down. See what price action has in store for us today on this NFP Thursday. It's also scale and Q&A Thursday. That's not where I left that thing on. What you want, mate? Come on, man. Hip hip cheerio. Good morning. Yeah, that's what I was doing here, wasn't I? I was trying to figure out where the hell is this thing. I lost the chat thing on here. I don't know how to get it back. Inside of dealing range, we have previous day's low, all right, and we have previous week's high for key levels to anticipate a setup to form around, all right. Even though we haven't taken either side, all right, those two levels will still give us a setup that we can use, right? Because them in it themselves, they are, a range, right? They're streams of range. Previous week's high and previous day's low. Not trying to rush into anything right now, all right? We're in Wild Wild West, okay? So not that there's anything for me to even rush into. Welcome to the fucking Wild Wild West. Mm-hmm. Freezing up in this bit. There's no way it should be that cold here. Fucking hell. It's Scale Thursday. It's Scale and Q&A Thursday. All right. Talking about once you master the skill, how can you scale it, right? What are the different avenues, different roads, different paths that you can take to scale your trading business, right? To build wealth, right? Create wealth for you, for your family, right? For generations to come. Bear with me, por favor. nothing for that actually. Got this like dark cloud like just hanging on top of me right now. Trying to shake it, but it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. You are not your current situation, alright? Being on this path and this journey, I'm gonna divert the conversation a little bit. It's tough, you know. It's tough. Like when you're trying to do something great or create something that you obviously have 100% belief in, right? That you know that is gonna help you and the people around you. It's a very it's a lonely journey, all right. When you're trying to like not just create wealth, but like just do something good, do something great that you know the world will remember you for, you know, like what your purpose is, you know, when you're trying to just achieve something bigger than yourself, right? Is a lonely journey, is yeah, it's tough, it's hard, you know, you're in it by yourself. Pretty much no one's gonna believe that you can do it until you've proved that you can do it, right? Until you do it, right? And it's sometimes it's just you, and obviously is we are our own worst enemy, right? Sometimes, majority of the time, we are our own worst enemy, and it's tough to, like, you know, stay motivated. Try to motivate yourself, you know, like when nobody's like even like there for you, or like you know, it's hard, man. It's a hard road. It's a hard journey, and some days it's okay to give in to that feeling, right? And just sit in it for a little bit, but don't obviously make it a prolonged thing, right? I'm in that feeling right now today. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm in it. I'm in it. I know it's not gonna be prolonged. I trust Yeshua and His plan for me, but obviously some days are hard, right? Some days are hard to really like to look past your current situation and see the future, right? And see what is ahead of you, right? Sometimes some days there's a brick wall right in front of you, and it's hard to see the other side, right? Even though you know what's coming and you know what you need to do, just keep showing up. It's still hard and it's still tough, and we're like nobody like you know being there and being like, oh, you can do it, you got it, you know, type thing. It can get real rough, man. It can get real rough, and it's a real shit out here, man. It's real shit. Ah, yeah. That's why I really just I want to build a community, right? I want to build a community of people that are like on the same path, you know, trying to achieve something great on this planet, so we can be there for each other, okay? So we can lift each other up when we have those days where we just feel like we're not making any moves, we're stagnant, even though we're doing things. It's like nothing is happening, you know, like that's pretty much what I want. I want to be surrounded by people that are like on the same path, on the same journey, so we can motivate each other, you know, so we can lift each other up, right? And be strong for one another when the other person is like, you know, having a tough day, a tough time, you know, a tough period type thing, you know. Because it's tough, man. This game ain't easy. This battlefield is not easy at all. It's not easy at all. Just life in itself is not easy. It's not easy. And we have to be there for one another, you know? Mate. mate. And your friends, like friends and family, they don't mean any harm, right? They don't mean any harm, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for that. Oh, keep your eyes on the prize. Eyes on the prize, baby girl. It's all good. You're good. You got this. You can do it. I'm here for you. I'm here with you. All things are possible with God by your side, with Him, through Him. Don't worry. Be happy. It's tough though. Some days it's real tough. Trying to shake the funk, man. Trying to shake this funk. This dark cloud that's on top of me right now. What do you do when there's a dark cloud over you? What do you do? What are some things that you do to cope or to keep yourself motivated to keep going? Everybody going through their own shit, you know what I mean? Just take it one day at a time. That's all we can do, one day at a time. Don't worry. Just pray about it. Leave everything with him. He's got you. Trust in him. Nothing for me to do so far. Nothing for me to do so far. Just sitting here in my feelings. In my feels. Let's play some tunes. Let's play some tunes.
Power on.
Me not care about no damn copyright strike shit they got going on. Fuck them niggas. Excuse my French. Excuse my French. How many tears were? I know they know. 9:50 macro kicking off. My obsession. Na 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 na. Touching back for the boy. No need, you know. Your love be my obsession. Really, na na. Dan. Step out of it, baby girl. Step out of it. Put your head down, do what you need to do, and your time will come. All right. Your time will come. It's your boy. Oh my baby, yo. Kim promise. When I see you with another guy, be to love you like that, touch you like that. You and me, kiss you like that. Swan, I miss one. Odo se wamba Benjamin. Swan, I me wo. Odo se wamba. Baby, you ain't happy without me. You treat you better than that. You like a queen. Oh, baby, I do see. You ain't happy without me. Got you feeling like a queen. Swan, I miss one. All the say wamba, Benjamin. Swan and one, I me wo. Baby, so I don't feel control it. Yeah, where did the chat thing go, bro? Like, what's up with that? No idea, you know? Where it disappeared off to. See everything else. Put the 10 toes so I don't. If that too. 1, 2, 3, 3 more. I don't condone no bad energy, so I run it. Got a hold of them. My girls, I know. Give me your wine, I know. A whole lot, I know. And a whole lot, I know. Say I can't be confident. Holy words, no instrumental, yeah. I got a whole lot of it. Get them now. And the sea I send. We need things to go down. My soldiers, yeah. I got a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. Straight, focusing on charts, innit? Still nothing for us to do here, alright? Waiting for opening range to complete. We get that opening range, dealing range. Alright, we'll see if that gives us any sort of action here. But in terms of dealing range, nothing here yet. In a whole lot, nobody else. You just said it come to nothing competitive. Cause your back can be damages. It's also another thing too that is also very hard to do, but needs to be done is detaching like your self-worth based on how you do in the markets. Okay, sometimes I do find myself attaching my self-worth based on how my session goes, right? How my day in the markets goes, and that's something I need to like. It's hard. Is right now is on and off. I can do it for some days, but it's not a consistent thing where I can consistently do it, right? Um, well, yeah, it comes and goes in waves, but that's also another thing. We're talking real stuff today, real problems and real situations that traders, all right, not just traders, but people that are trying to achieve something greater than themselves, right? Things that we go through, right? Things that that the struggles, right? Basically, the struggles that we go through, the things that it's hard for us to overcome sometimes that we're working on. Okay, for me, it's hard. I understand, I understand it. I feel it. I'm in it. Some days it's hard for me to detach, my value and my self worth from how I do in the markets. Okay, and it's something that I'm working on. Right, I'm working on trying to like not let it impact me personally, right? It's like showing up to my job, doing my job, coming home and keeping my work at work, and coming home and not bringing my work home, right? Not bringing what went out on the work day, what happened on the work day home with me, and it's tough. It's hard, man. It's hard sometimes. It's hard. Let's come first, never come life to stress. Una, ah, ooh, I be like, ah, pasito. Una, ah, I be like. So, like, what are some things that we can do, right? What are some things we can do to not bring work home, right? To not attach our sense of wealth, no, sense of wealth, sense of worth, right? Our value based on how we do in the markets, right? I'm still looking for tips and tricks there. I guess if I had to ask a question to Michael, that would be one of my questions to ask him. Like, what are some things that we can do, right, to not attach our value and our sense of worth to how we do in the markets. It's 10 o'clock, open range. None of trouble days, sleepless night, things I see inside life. Can't impress nobody, that my thing. So nipanyanya me, oh no, oh no. Who are you to judge me like say you be holy? That it. It's hard, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's just one of the struggles that we go through. It's just about putting procedures and protocols in place, right, to eliminate those kinds of feelings that creep up, because they do creep up. All right, no matter how hard you fight, some days it creeps up on you, right? It creeps up on you, and you find yourself attaching your happiness, right? Your happiness and how your day goes based on how you did in the market. And that's a real struggle, man. It's a real bloody struggle. They pass it up. It helps to have something outside of trading, all right, that you do to keep your mind off trading, okay, it helps. Kim Promise, yeah, yeah. Currently one of my favorite artists. Is a villa. Mm. Mm. Hoping can't. Mm. Nobody need to break us up. Oh. Yeah, I never seen your type. Oh. Baby. And don't blame. I'm talking for myself, but like everything I'm saying here is really for me to know and for me to remind myself, right? Don't blame your friends and family for not supporting you, okay? They don't have the vision that you have, right? They haven't been given the vision that you've been given and the purpose that you've been given. So they don't know any better. Yes, they could do more, they could do better in terms of supporting you and being there for you. But you cannot blame them, right? Because they got their own shit at the end of the day going on, right? Everybody's got their own shit going on. And sometimes we get so stuck in our own shit, right? That we just that's all we can think about. That's all we can think of, and that's all we can manage to deal with, right? Everybody's going through shit. Everybody's going through shit, right? Everybody's going through shit. It's hard out there, man. It's hard out there. It's hard out there. What's it? Although I go, I never see you. For your love and I go die. What's it? You deserve a standing ovation, baby. I go. Taking open range sell side, all right. Session bias has been confirmed as a sell program in line with our weekly program, okay. Although I go, maybe I never see you. For your love and I go die. What's it? Mm. All my exes be taking a piss. I'm respond to the cake. Maybe I'll never see you. For your love and I go die. What's it? Taking dealing range sell side as well, okay. Our daily condition has been established as a sell program in line with our weekly program, in line with our session program. So all things are saying sell, 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 sell program. No behu, no fugazi. I'm watching this continuation on the lower time frame. Gets real lonely some days. Lonely. I am so lonely. I have nobody on my own. So he knew what he was doing when he made that song. A car. Now we took sell side, market structure shift back above, right? This is why it's not something I'll be just jumping on just because I see it on the 15-second time frame, right? It can be false. 15-second time frame can be false. Alright, it can give you multiple false setups before the real move. Mr. Lonely, so lonely. On my own. So if he gives it to me here as a continuation sell, I'll be interested. That is not the entry. I have nobody on my own. So it's a lonely journey. It's a lonely journey. It's a lonely journey. And it's tough. It's tough. You're in it by yourself. It's just you versus you every day. Da-da-da-ba-ba. Trying to shake this dark cloud over me right now. But it's tough today. It's tough today. Either way, the show must go on, right? The show must go on. I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm looking at this right here, right now. On the 15 seconds, I like these, and I'm gonna continue to collect the data on them, and potentially, obviously, the more data I collect, all right, then we'll be able to execute on these. Only liquidity ones though. The inefficiency would have to be 1 minute. No, I don't trust the 15-second inefficiency. At my current understanding where I'm at, hold on. 3, 2 would be off at 1. This is lagging, and then 1 off at negative 1.5, and then you'd be out already. Cool. And that would be a V-shape. That would be a long ass, big ass range right there. Yeah, it won't even give me a contract, so I ain't even worried about it now. It won't even give me a contract to trade, cause what you say about my mama? We have consequent encroachment of open range gap above price. And obviously the current draw right now would be open range buy side. Having one of them days, you know? Just one of them days. Just one of them days. Da, 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 da. It's not always sunshines and rainbows. Sometimes there's dark clouds and heavy rain. And you can't even see what's in sight, what's in front of you. You can't even see it. You know? And I'm having one of those days right now. It's hard for me to see. There's a brick wall in front of me right now. It's a brick wall. It's hard for me to see what's ahead of me, right? Very hard. ArrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrThese are the real struggles, man. Real struggles. This is real life. The journey of life. lag here. I don't know where that's coming from or how to fix it. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? La 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 la. Bless me. open range buy side is in the crosshairs for me right now. I'm seeing how price gravitate towards it and how it behaves around it. See if we get to consequent encroachment of open range gap here. -3. QQQ. I like that. I've noticed that a few times, okay? Something I'll be paying close attention to for the remainder of the week, and something I'll be back testing this weekend. All I can do is just aim to be 1% better despite what the hell I got going on, right? All I can do is aim to be 1% better every day, right? Every session I'm here is a blessing and it's a gift. I have to see it like that, okay? I'm not my current situation. I'm not where I'm at right now in life, okay? Even though right now it's hard to see the other side, it's hard to see the future and where I'm going. I'm still aware and I still know where I'm going, and I know that if I keep just pushing and keep showing up, keep taking the small steps in the right direction, right? Eventually we'll get to our destination, okay? We're gonna have days like this, and it's okay to have days like this. It's okay to have a season where you just don't feel your best, right? But don't get stuck in it. Don't be stagnant in that feeling, in that motion, all right? Don't be stuck in it. Have your days, pick yourself back up, and keep it pushing, keep it going. Because ain't nobody gonna do it for you, alright? Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. It's just you, baby girl, it's just you. You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. Da 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 da. The real struggles, man. Real bloody struggles. Logitech. Where's the tech though? She be real thing, I got that real thing. Let me see which fib extension. Okay, we have -4 below it and then 4.5 above it. Nothing on the 1 minute, but 15 seconds for sure. Did that damn thing. It was liquidity. Market structure shift back above. Noted. First hour of trading is about to be behind us. I'm just here today. I'm just here. This is definitely the wrong time here. I thought I fixed it, bro. I thought we fixed it. Throw it back like you love me, love me, love me. Better ride it like you love me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wicks do the damages, bodies tell the story, right? Right now, from what I'm seeing from the bodies here, price wants to continue higher. What does it say down here? Be taking a walk after today's session, boy. Taking a long walk. Not a long one though. Not too long. Just outside in the breeze. Be with one with nature. Get my mind right. Taking a walk after this session. I'm about to shut this bitch down right now. I don't even want to wait till 10:50 macro. Ready to be done here. But I got a job to do. So I gotta do that job. Regardless of what's going on, I gotta do that job. Get that job done. You know what I mean? I gotta do that job. Do my job. Because if I don't do it, nobody's gonna do it for me. Only one set me free from the shackles of my. I don't care on motivation purpose. I do my star class cause baby I'm different location. Dumb. Mm-hmm. 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 10:50 Mac. Miss Mary Mac. All dressed in black. That's how that thing goes, right? You know how the thing go. Alongside it. Na 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 na. Pattern ranking me there. More money, Charlie, and enjoyment. At the job life regardless. Good trouble never gets no holiday. Yeah. Me no come to place. Just to get them sing my name. Here you go. I'll be job. Never. Go bow. Never go down. Never. Pull up in a. Bring it on my. With your girlfriend. Follow back. Jessica, yeah, baby, Kwana, Diamond Dream. Tippity tap. Need to adjust this calendar in June, huh? Oh, contract's expiring soon, ain't it? It's the last month. It's the last month. This contract, it's expiring soon. Okay. When is rollover? Let me find out. I have it here somewhere in one of these tabs. one of these many tabs I got. Let me see if I can find it. And one of these many tabs I got going on here. When is rollover? There, that's it, right there. When are we rolling over? Barchart.com, tell me now. Well, I always forget what page it is on. Love. Brubby. Oh yeah, I'm already on the page, yeah. M and Q. Okay, there's not M. We're on M right now. U is next. Yeah, U is next. September contract. Okay, not yet. On the volume, was the volume or open interest supersedes the previous contract month? It's coming up though. We'll be somewhere halfway through this month. All right, we'll be rolling over contracts to the next contract month, which is the U. So it'll be MNQ U 2026. Not yet though. Right now, I'm still trading June contract. It's not time for rollover. Let me move this tab here into a tab here. If it lets me do it, goddamn. Currently on the June contract here, as you can see, volume and open interest is still high on June contract. It's not time to roll over yet, right? Once September's contract starts to supersede, no S at the end, the previous month's previous contract, that's when we roll over. Which should be sometime in the middle of this month. Should be sometime in the middle of this month. What is it says? Total number of shares or contracts traded for the day. I know it's coming up though. Rollover's coming up. Halfway through the year already, man. God damn. Fucking hell, man. La. What is it? 11. It's not 11 yet. It's about to be 11. It's 10:56. Oh yeah, buddy. Took me a while, but I'm getting it. It'll take me a while to get this. Read this analog clock on my wrist here. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It's 5 times table, right? Brrr. Nothing here for me. All right, the only thing really that I saw, right, was post 10 o'clock on the 15-second time frame for a retracement setup back inside of the range, okay? And that's pretty much been it. Nothing. This, yes, but it was too big of a range, right, to offer me a entry point in terms of contract sizing. So I'm watching it, all right, but there's, for me personally, there's been nothing really, right, that I'd put risk behind right now. Still would be in here. I'll be watching that going into the remainder of the day. 1.5 matching up nicely with the previous week's high there. I'll be watching it. Not that it offered me a contract size to get in, but also valid setup regardless. V-shaped entry. Took a sell side. Displaced back up. Alright, market structure shift back above. If he gave me a contract size, I would have engaged in it, but he didn't, so it wasn't my setup, it wasn't my trade. It was my setup, just wasn't my trade. Because all the criterias were there for an entry, all right? It just with my current risk parameters, right? It didn't offer me a contract to engage in here, okay? It was what, 0.8. We don't do it's only whole numbers, isn't it? It's only whole numbers. I'm sorry we didn't talk about scale and Q&A Thursday today, but we did talk about an important topic, all right, which is the struggles that we go through as traders, not just as traders, all right, but as individuals that are seeking to do more, right? Something greater than ourselves, right? Not just for us, but for the world as a whole, right? The journey that we go on is a lonely one, and we just have ourselves. And some days are good, some days are not, right? And it is what it is. You just have to take them as they is. Some days it's hard to see the other side. It's hard to see where you're going, right? Some days you get so stuck and fixated in your current situation and where you're at right now that there's like a brick wall in front of you, you know? And there's a dark cloud over you, right? It's hard to shake those days. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to shake those days, right? Sometimes it's hard to shake it. And it's okay to have days like that, right? It's okay to have weeks, months with dark clouds over you, but just don't be stuck in it. Don't be stuck in it. These are just things I'm telling myself, right? I'm telling myself these things because I'm having one of those days, you know? It's one of those days. All right, anyway, we took open range buy side here. Next draw for me is consequent encroachment of open range gap. Right, so for the session, our session bias has flipped from sells to buys, which goes against our daily and our weekly session bias, okay? We have time, we have price, okay? So if we get that characteristics around this price level that I want to see, I will be engaging in a setup if it gives it to me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm seeing something right here on the supporting time frame. If we take buy side here, it will be a continuation setup, which is confirmed. But with 15 seconds, I'm thinking I want to see liquidity if I'm going to trade it by itself. If I'm going to trade it by itself, I want to see liquidity maybe. But that's something I need to collect more data on, all right? And look into the past price action and see how I wanna go about it. Let's see, -3 I think would have been smashed here. Oh, we're way past -3. -4, -4.5 on that 15-second setup there. watching, collecting data, paying attention. But I was watching how price gravitate towards open range buy side. Okay, that was nice how it did that. All right, respected first presenter fair value gap. This is a good snapshot to take and go back and just follow this price action here from 10 o'clock to 10:50 right now. All I can do is just focus on my craft, just get better, all right? I know just by showing up and taking small steps in the right direction, eventually I'll get to my destination. Even though it's hard for me to see the destination right now where I'm going, I know I'm going to get there, right? I know it. I know it in my veins, in my blood, in my heart, in my soul. I know I'm going to get there. It's a local range though. It's a local range. More money, Charlie, and enjoyment. I the job life regardless, cause trouble never gets no holy. Tin 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 yeah, me know to play sexy get 'em sing my name. Stop is here to include this mini fair value gap in here. Tiny range, tiny. Oh, hello. What are you waiting on? This thing is lagging so bad. I don't know what's going on, but it's bad. It's a bad lag. Small range, but we take the range as they come. Sell limit 2. Let me close this. Fix this up to the right place. Should be 725 we're looking at. Why does it look like it got me in twice there? 2050. Continuation buy setup here. Going against our daily and our weekly, all right, but in line with our session bias. Drawing to consequent encroachment of open range gap here. Bread and butter, all right, would be getting bread and butter right there. Me no come to play, sexy get 'em sing my name. Tin, 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 tin. Let's see what the ratio is. For the ratio, folks. We are looking at, yep, still just a little bit under 1-to-1 still. really should be framed on where the risk is at, but this is something I'm still collecting data on. It should be framed here, but I'll leave it for what it is right now, because we still do have Sunday morning. -1. Thank you very much. Close that. Put sell stop for 1 over here. -250. Not that it's going to matter anyway. Yeah, I should really frame the exits based on where the risk is at. So that's a bit unfair on that setup there, isn't it? But I'm gonna collect data on that more. Thank you very much. This computer is very much lagging. Very much lagging. But anyway, that was it. Continuation buy setup. Quick and easy. Small range. There you go. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I'll see what else this trade offers us, but in terms of my session, that's me done. I'm going to watch it with risk framed here. Okay, so -1 should have been here, and then we'll be heading to -1.5 right now. That's potentially how I should have. What the hell? What is this? What the hell is this that just came up on my screen here? Did I paste something on here? I think I pasted something on here. I did, didn't I? Hello, undo that, my trucker. Entry was here for support in time frame. As you can see, took liquidity down here. All right, this is what I just noticed. All right, for 15-second time frame, I want to see liquidity. Took liquidity there below external liquidity. Market structure shift back above it here. All right, our continuation set up on the 15 seconds was right there. Do a trade performance review. All right, see what else this trade's gonna offer us. Yeah, seeing very clean liquidity raid with market structure shift on the 15-second time frame, where I would be very much interested in actually just entering those as support, not supporting anymore, but as the main character. 11-11. Let me see what my Sunday is saying. I don't want to be working Sundays anymore, you know. But let me see. What's the day on Sunday anyway? Oh shit! No, I have a game on Sunday, don't I? Oh mate, hold on. Yeah, I have a game on Sunday. Sunday, what time is that kickoff? 10 a.m. Same kickoff time. We can't do it. We can't do it. Anyway, what I did well today is that I showed up. Alright, I got 1% better. Gained experience, learned lessons that I'll take into my next trading day, next trading session. Alright, even though like I got a lot on my mind right now, okay, I didn't let it impact, you know, what I'm looking for in the charts. I waited patiently for price to present my setup to me, all right, and then I engaged it and didn't feel no type of way about it, okay. So I'm very happy and pleased with my performance today. Not letting outside factors, outside influences influence what I got going on in here. Yeah, even though it's hard to sometimes take what's going on in here and not bring into outside influences, I find it easier right? To not bring outside influences into here, but so much harder to not take what happens here into outside influences. And it's something that is a constant struggle. I'm constantly working on it, all right? Some days I'm good, some days I'm not. It's just as simple as that. I'm working on it, striving to be 1% better each and every day, and that's pretty much all I can continue to do. My This is lagging so badly. It's so bad. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, um, how can where I fell short today? All right, I woke up at a decent hour. I got my morning routine in. Chart wise, I showed up today and did my job. All right, didn't deviate from it. So very happy and pleased with my performance today. Yeah, all in all, I don't feel like I fell short anywhere, really and truly. Okay, well, I would say not talking about a topic of discussion today, but anyway, we use today to go over the real struggles that we face each and every day, or as we strive to achieve something great, not just for ourselves but for the people around us on it. And we talked about how it was a lonely journey, and yeah, but I wouldn't say that's me falling short though. Okay, but if I had to grasp at something, that would be it, because obviously I set myself um, a goal like that. Today is about scale and Q&A Thursday. I need to be a woman of my word and just do what I say I'm going to do. We hit consequent encroachment of that open range gap there. Okay, that was a draw for me. Once price showed that a willingness to continue higher, all right, my first initial draw was open range buy side, and then I wanted to see how price gravitated towards open range gap high. Okay, now the next draw for me is previous day's low, right? Depending on how price behaves around there, all right. I'm targeting previous week's high alongside dealing range buy side there. Okay. How I can improve for next day, next trading session is just keep showing up, right? Keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. Don't let short-term adversity, series of short-term adversity in terms of how I'm feeling with the dark cloud over me right now, influence what I got going on, right? Just keep showing up, right? Keep taking small steps in the right direction. I know some days it's hard to see the other side and where you're going, right? Some days it's like a brick wall just blocking your view, right? And other days it's just a clear view. You can see picture perfect exactly where you're going, all right? So remember those days. Remember those days when these days come, all right? Eventually, right, we'll get to our destination. We just need to keep taking small steps in the right direction, even if there is roadblocks. All right, keep just power through, all right. Reset, regroup, and continue the journey, right? And that's all we can keep doing here. Yeah, tomorrow's NFP Friday. We're getting the midst of the wild west, all right. We'll be here tomorrow, obviously kicking off at 9:15 as usual. We have NFP tomorrow. Excited to see what NFP has in store for us tomorrow. Okay. Let's do a trade breakdown. Let's break down the trade because it was just the one trade for today. We saw another one similar on the 15-second time frame, which, like, see, look how slow this thing is doing. Like, I need to get off this thing because it might even just close without me even not even finishing completely. But anyway, by showing up each and every day, right, I'm starting to notice certain things on my supporting time frame that can get me in a trade. Not earlier, I would say, because obviously it's a smaller time frame, but will get me in a trade. But I'm starting to build more trust, right, with what I'm seeing on the 15-second time frame. Exactly, specifically what I want to see on the 15-second time frame to gauge an entry with just based on that time frame alone. Okay, because right now it's playing a supporting role to my 1 minute, and obviously as I build more data and build more experience on watching that time frame, okay, it can actually become a main actor on its own. Okay, and I can use them both intertwined. Okay, -2 getting smashed on that trade there. But yeah, solid day, solid morning. Yeah, we're doing a trade breakdown. Anyway, we initially established our condition going into today as a sell program, our session condition as a sell program. Okay, however, we did get a retracement set up that turned reversal, all right, for the session, right, by taking open range session buy side. Okay, it flipped our session condition, not our daily, not our weekly, just the session condition, right? There's 3 different conditions, right? It flipped our session condition to a buy program. Okay, we had time and we had price, right? It was external liquidity, open range buy side. Okay, we trade above it, back below into an inefficiency on the 15-second time frame, we do take liquidity as well. Remember, my continuation setups are the only setups that where I use either inefficiency or liquidity, right? If, and or liquidity, the two things that IPTA does, right? Those are the that pattern is how is incorporates both inefficiencies and liquidity is what I'm trying to say anyway. Trade down into an inefficiency here on the 1 minute time frame back below that external liquidity. Okay, open range buy side. All right, swing displacement market structure shift back above it. All right, that confirmed a continuation setup for me. Engage, even though it's a tiny ass range, right? But it meets the criteria for a setup, so it is what it is. That small range did what it needed to do. One thing I would say I did wrong, or I would need to adjust and collect more data on, is because we had a lower inefficiency in this setup, right? Obviously, I wanted to put a stop where it encapsulates that, because price might want to obviously drop lower into that inefficiency. I should have framed my exits, right, based on my risk. If I'm putting my risk at this candle low, right, at this candle low, I need to be framing my exits based on my risk. Okay, so that's something that I'm obviously gonna collect more data on and see what I'm gonna do when it comes to that. But really and truly, it should be framed on where the risk is at. Okay, and either way, it still would have hit my targets, right? It still would have hit my targets, but yeah, something to think about, something to consider. Let me snag this real quick, and then we can wrap up here. You know what? I'm gonna snag it off air because it's not doing what it's supposed to do right now. But anyway, yeah, solid day from us here on the Traded Capital. Right, let's wrap this up. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. There was a time that I would finish a trading session and still feel lost. Even on days I made money, I didn't really know why it worked. On days I had no system to fall back on to get a real edge. Truth, only focus on entries, but consistent system behind the entry. So if you've been watching and thinking this makes sense, but I don't have the full system yet, that's exactly why I sent to 1% Club. Deeper into all the full risk management, money and mind to join, and the exact process to follow daily. It's about becoming that. I was to win, but the real goal is to become who can perform that outcome. Because once you have that, the results will follow. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next AM session, kicking off at 9:15 a.m. Kickoff once again at 9:15 a.m. To be on time is to be late, okay? So make sure you show up early. As always, I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading, happy bloody hunting. Remember, you only fail when you quit.